Aloha kako and Apua Hawaii ka oho ka alasito here aka Keo, depending what region you're living in for your monetary mana'o of the day. Aloha kako. I'm over here parked in Palolo Park area waiting for the daughter to get off of work or school I should say. But I wanted to give it a day to rest because I just want to talk about how interesting 2025 is proving to be right now. And one thing I just cannot be, I mean, I talk about it more, but even more, I want to stress about it now. So, just to recap, if we all don't know, in Hawaii, there's been 4 deaths at that explosion in New Year's Eve, right? And then I think from what I hear, there's one more death. I'm not too sure though, but I mean, either way, there's deaths. You know what I mean? And one of them involves a 3-year-old boy. There's multiple injuries and burns from that same event. And then I want to say like a week later, there was a fire in the Mo'iliili area where a young 25-year-old firefighter, only been in the department for a year, lost his life. And 4 others were injured as well too in the house fire. And then 24 hours later, probably less than 24 hours later, Honolulu EMS, Emergency Medical Services, where I work as well too, we lost a paramedic as well too. Um, Man, I mean, I wanted to do this video yesterday because it felt like the even the weather even knew how heavy it's been in this year. Today's a beautiful day though, so I guess it was good that I let it rest for a little bit. But the feeling of heaviness at work with EMS on the ambulance as well as with fire, the fire department and stuff is just palpable. Like the energy has been somewhat drained. I mean, we're just bred in our first responder field to not be fully drained of energy because we know we got to get back out there and stuff. But man, I mean, the the information that's coming out about this type of calls is stuff that is only making newsworthy. You know what I mean? Like, for example, the loss of a fellow paramedic is probably not going to be in the news because it wasn't done on duty. But he was a 16-year medic, a 16-year employee with us, co-worker, father of two and happily married and stuff. And he just passed away over the night as far as I know. I mean, there's not really any other information that we know. And that's, it's going to come out when it comes out. But, I mean, it's just, you never know when's going to be the last time that you're gonna see your family. You know what I mean? And the firefighter who passed away, like my heart goes out to his ohana and as well as to our brothers and sisters in the fire department, and to my fellow brothers and sisters in EMS. Like it's just, like I said, you never know. Like, if we're gonna be cocky to the point where we think because we came home from work that it's gonna be peachy keen and we don't need to get ourselves protected, then that's why I need to stress in this video that we gotta realize that we cannot be like that. Bringing it back again to financial foundation, bringing it back again to being financial literate, which is we need to know about these about being financially educated, and by that I mean the financial foundation I always keep on preaching, which is again, first level is proper protection, right? Then debt management, then emergency fund, then investing. Number one is proper protection, which means you, me, us, whoever's the breadwinner in your ohana, you are your greatest asset. Asset brings money into your pockets, right? You are the biggest asset in your family that brings money to your household via your job that you do, your profession, And what is it going to happen, especially in situations like this, when the major breadwinner loses their life? Like, there's two, like we say, like there's in a financial business, there's two pillars that hold up your ohana, right? The two spouses are the pillars that hold up the ohana, and in the middle of the pillars is where your loved ones are, the ones that you are financially obligated to take care of with your paycheck. And what happens when one of the pillars gets taken away? It's going to be very, very hard for your surviving spouse to help to keep up that that lifestyle that you both have created for yourself. You know, I mean, it's nobody's fault, but from here on out, it's good to know that we need to be protected. And that's what life insurance will do. That's the whole thing about being properly protected. You know, because if something happens to you, it's a great feeling to know that your family members, your loved ones, whether they're kids, your spouse, your parents, your aunties, uncles, cousins, nephews, whoever it is that you decided to financially take care of, they're going to be taken care of because of your life insurance. Your life insurance is going to be you when you are no longer able to be you, if that makes sense, right? Yeah, it's something that we still need to digest, especially if you know that person has always been there in your life and then now they're gone. You know what I mean? Like, we'll have a lot of time, and then just thinking of that too, like having a life insurance policy will allow you to not have to worry about finances, because then you can now focus on mourning. You can focus on grieving and stuff of the loss of this loved one of, and it's just it's so helpful. Like, I'll speak for myself. I have a life insurance policy. I have two actually, and my fiance Julia, she has a life insurance policy as well too, that we talked about together. And we're so very strongly understanding about how important it is that we got into the financial business as well too on the side, to help educate others about the importance of life insurance. Like that's just like the best thing. Like if I know that, like for example, if I go to work and she's off because we're on opposite schedules, and I don't come home from work, like something happens to me, like I get hit by a car or I get beat up at work. I mean, because we do a lot of drunks and punks. I mean, who knows? Could be anything, right? Like, I'm sure brother man that is with the fire department never planned to pass away in the line of duty. None of us do. So if that happens, I know that she's taken care of. I know that the kids are taken care of. I know that my life insurance policy will be more than enough to just wipe out our mortgage, and she'll be mortgage free with then some money to help the whatever she wants to do. You know what I mean? Like, have a party in my name, whatever you want to do. Go on vacation, please. Like, but it's gonna wipe out any debts, so she doesn't have to financially worry about anything. So that way she can grieve, then she can still work, and then all that money will be cash flow money that she can build up wealth super fast, and not have to worry about having to take care of a big debt by herself when she's used to having a partner to help her with it. That's what life insurance will do. I'm the same way. If she goes to work and doesn't come home, I know exactly what we're going to do, because the life insurance is going to help us. I don't have to worry about that. And like, that's just the main thing, is that I want everybody to understand that life insurance is important. Like, my love for Julia, my love for my coworkers, my love for my fellow co-responders. My dad is a retired firefighter, so I have a lot of close aloha with fire department, because they're our co-response on the ambulance. They help us like tremendously, and as well as our brothers and sisters in blue, like police department, they help us tremendously. And like, I would just really be heartbroken if God forbid we don't lose our lives on the line of duty, but if we do, that the families aren't prepared. Because being on the ambulance, I see it so many times. I see family members pass away suddenly, or even the family member could be in their late 90s. I mean, like, how much more longer do you expect to live, right? And they have nothing prepared, nothing. So they're just like totally like flabbergasted. When the last time you heard that word? That they don't know what to do. They don't know who their primary care physician is. They don't know where the paperwork is. They don't know even if they have life insurance. They don't know any codes for any kind of documents or anything that can like really help streamline the process of the next transition into life, or into death, I should say, right? So getting to know that as soon as possible is only going to help you for the future. That's what I need to stress all the time. 2025 is already proving to be crazy already. Like, it's proving to be super, super, like, I don't know, nuts in the most the most simplest form possible, right? Like, how many deaths already? Like, so I just can't like hold it back to say that we need to be very vigilant. You need to go and check up on your family. You need to check your resources, right? And like, look into life insurance. Yes, I am a licensed agent in Hawaii, life and health agent, to help you with any questions of education. My main purpose on this channel, which by the way, like and subscribe please, is to educate. If you want to buy something from me, that's totally fine. If you don't, that's totally fine too. But now you're educated to go out and ask whoever it is that you're going to talk to about these type of questions and get yourself properly protected. It's very, very important. I mean, let's not be selfish here. We work hard, but if you're not on a budget to be able to save up for it, then you should have a hard time saving for anything, right? But we still go out and buy cars. We still go on like trips and stuff. We still buy things we shouldn't, we probably can't afford. But one thing we should be able to afford is a properly protected financial plan for our family and for our friends. One thing that I also want to stress too is that life insurance is not only for your death, right? It's also for when you live. Like, I'm not, like, the education I throw out there is like, it's not only for you if you pass away. Like, there's a way that when it's properly structured, that your life insurance policy can help pay for bills while you're alive. Say, for example, you suffer a heart attack. Say, for example, you suffer a stroke. Say, for example, you get cancer, right? All these things are definitely possible. Say, for example, you get diabetes and it ends up like turning into a stroke or a heart attack or cancer or some kind of like an issue that might shorten your life or an issue that might increase your or cause you to have medical bills. Your life insurance policy, if you qualify, can be pulled out. The money can be pulled out to pay for your bills. So you won't have to worry about being buried into more debt because your life insurance policy can take care of that. Isn't that crazy? Not many people know that. But that's why I'm here to educate you on that. The first step is to not think negative. Sure, like everybody might think, oh, life insurance, we don't need that. You hear all different kinds of comments from different kind of gurus, right? But why not you take it upon yourself to do your own homework about the pros and cons of life insurance? Do it. Talk to somebody you know. Talk to me. Talk to a friend, whoever it is, like just learn about it. Learn what can be affordable for you and learn what can suit you, right? There's many different life insurances out there, but you should at least get some life insurance to make sure that you're properly protected. Ask as much questions as you want. You don't have to, just because you say you want to learn something about something, it doesn't mean you're going to buy it right there. You might not be able to afford it, so that's what agents are for. One time there was this one person that said, oh, you're selling life insurance and you just want to make money. And I'm like, I thought, I didn't respond too quick, but then I thought, I was comparing it to like a car salesman or a car sales rep. When you go to buy a car, what are the things that gets you to want to buy that car, right? Like for me, I'll think of how I am. I'm a male in my 40s. I'm a father, right? I think about safety. I think about my family. Like I'm not gonna buy a coupe, right? Because I have a family. I want to get something bigger that I can transport them if we need to. That, like, if we're gonna go to the beach, I'm also liking DIY with me and my fiance. So I want something that we can haul stuff, right? Like wood or dirt or whatever, right? So. But safety and can haul the kids and is still good on gas mileage, right? And yeah, it looks good too, but the looking good is towards the bottom of the list versus all these other criteria that I want for a very good, affordable vehicle, right? But so I would assume you guys are like that too. Do you guys ever ask the car salesman, oh, what commission do you make off of this? Oh, you're making money off of this, aren't you, right? I highly doubt it. But yet you still proceed to go purchase that vehicle, right? This is the same thing for life insurance. This is the same thing for life insurance agents. Ask the questions about the thing that is going to benefit you. And then later on, you know what? I'll just say right now, yes, life insurance agents do make a commission, just like car salesmen. Just like any other representative who is going to show you a product that they know can suit you. You are definitely within the realm to make your own decisions. You're an adult. But you also have the right to ask as much questions as you want. In fact, I want you to ask questions. Like I don't even want to sell you. I just want to educate you. That's why I'm here. I don't ever tell you buy from me. I say go out and learn about this stuff. That's the main thing. Because when you realize the importance of what, especially now, if you're not looking at these red flags in 2025 of all these deaths, unexpected stuff, and then now medical bills, and the increase of probably like GoFundMe, right? GoFundMe is for people that are not financially educated. They're for people that are not on a budget. Because if you were on a budget and you were financially educated, you know all about an emergency fund. And the emergency fund is for things just like that. But they're not. And that's why you're on GoFundMe, because you're asking for money. You're practically begging for money, right? And using tragedy as that part. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. But it's not guaranteed you're gonna get the amount of money that you need to support your lifestyle or your tragedy versus the amount of money you can provide for yourself because you did your due diligence, you talked to an agent, you're able to see exactly what you can benefit from, and then you went out and pulled the trigger and did it with the guidance of an agent. A good life insurance agent is going to just educate you and let you know what's out there, and then you be the one to make the decision and guide you into that decision that you can afford and that's suitable for you. And once a life insurance agent is connected to you, you're in it to the better end. Like, I have clients that I'm going to be in, I already know to the end already. Because when the tragedy comes, right, we all have that last breath that we're going to have whenever, that I'm going to be there to be able to make sure your family's taken care of. Because that's my job. That's my kuleana. That's my commission. That's what I'm going to do. That's why I'm getting paid for. Is to make sure you and your ohana is taken care of. That's it in the most basic form. Oh, man. It's kind of like, it's surreal to like know that people pass away all the time, but when you know it's somebody that you know, and you know that they have family, that it just hits a little bit harder to home, and I can see it. I can feel it. I saw in the news, I saw that procession for the firefighter, for all of his fellow co-workers and stuff, and you see it through the TV. So we definitely got to get our uniforms cleaned up and polished and stuff, because we got 2 funerals to go to now this year, and probably many more if people are going to go to the victims of the explosion. So it's the flags are there, people. It's time to get protected. It's time to start going out, doing your due diligence. It's a new year. Let's get it cracking. If you have any questions about these things, I'm here. I'm available. I'm totally easy to talk to. Pass on the word. It's just education. That's all it is. And then just be kind to each other. Be grateful for each other, because I'm sure the family members, the last thing they ever thought about on New Year's Eve was that in a matter of minutes they were going to lose their family members. Nobody ever prepares for death at such a young age. So you be prepared for it. Be conscious of that. Okay. I'm Ka'oho'o Ka'alasito here, aka Kale, Kanakapreneur, licensed licensed life and health agent in Hawaii that want to help you get some questions answered. Contact me. Like and subscribe, please. And comment. Please let me know, what do you think? Do you sense that there's issues going on with 2025? These wildfires going on. It's crazy. Conspiracy theories are going out, and how it's very similar to Maui. Okay, until the next time. Talk to you later. Aloha.